I hope I don't blend into the background. Yeah, baby. Hey guys, it is now time for the best of 2015 beauty tag, and I am so excited to take part in this because I have some amazing products that I have either discovered this year or have used non-stop all year round. Now, I didn't go through and pick one of every category. Like, I didn't pick one primer, one foundation, one blah blah blah. I really just wanted to make sure that I picked my favorite 15 items so that I wouldn't have to leave anything out, just for the sake of keeping one per category. So I hope that's okay. I will, however, try to go in some sort of logical order as I go through these top 15 of 2015. Let's go. First product is something that I've mentioned in one or two videos before, and it is kind of a funny product, but I'm so glad that the sales lady talked me into this, and it is the Avéne Eau Thermale. Oh, that's French. Thermal spring water by the brand Avéne, and this is just something that you can spray directly on your face. Actually, you can spray it anywhere. It's just basically soothing, softening spring water, and it's supposed to calm down redness, calm down inflammation. You can use it on razor burn, you can use it on dry skin, you can use it on like around dry eyes. If you have a sunburn, if you have a rash, you can literally do anything with this spray, and it feels so nice and cooling and refreshing on your skin. I like to use it on days where I'm super tired or I'm just not really feeling that well and my skin is showing that. I'll just spray it right all over my face and then continue with my makeup, and it just makes me feel super hydrated and super refreshed. I believe this was around the $12 mark at the drugstore. Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation definitely takes the cake for best foundation of 2015. It is one of the only foundations that I have ever found that actually stays on my skin from morning to night. You do have to scrub to take it off, but honestly, I look at that as a great thing because that lets me know that this stuff does not budge. It also is super good on my oily skin, and I barely get shiny. Actually, I don't even get shiny at all when I use this foundation, and that is a first, so that is why I had to include it. Runner-up for this foundation, and I definitely wanted to include it, is the MAC Matchmaster Foundation. This has a wonderful consistency. It's runny, but it's creamy at the same time. I feel like it blends very easily, it looks really nice on the skin, gives a very nice semi-matte finish, very similar, in my opinion, to Urban Decay Naked Skin. I know I've mentioned that before. And this is the only MAC foundation that does not break me out. All the other ones give me pimples and rashes. This one is totally fine on my skin, and it looks really great to boot. Best concealer has got to go to NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. I have the shade Chantilly, which is the lightest shade, and I have to say that at first, when I first bought this earlier in the year, I was not so sure I was gonna like it. I thought it was thick, I thought it was just applied funny, but really it just got some taking used to, and honestly, I blend this in with my fingers and I find it works absolutely way better than any brush or sponge could. The thing I love most about this foundation is that it's actually light enough to be lighter than my skin tone, which I really appreciate when it comes to foundations, because oftentimes, especially drugstore stuff, if I get a concealer that is the lightest one, it's really not lighter than my skin tone, so it's no good for any highlighting or brightening. So if you guys know a drugstore concealer that is super pale, like not just kind of pale, but like super pale, please list that down below because I would love to try it. This next bronzer is kind of an interesting find. I only got it a little while ago, but I haven't really found any bronzer that I love this year, and this one I did, so I wanted to include it. And it is the Covergirl True Blend Bronze, and it just looks like that. Looks kind of like a mineral finish bronzer, very similar to the Hard Candy. That's kind of what it looks like. It looks very shimmery inside here, and it's so creamy and finely milled. I just love it. Let me see if I can swatch that. Look at how pretty and golden that is. And when you just blend it out with a brush, it just looks so lovely, and it just oh, I just love it. Goddess status, and it is, I think it was like $8 from the drugstore, so definitely not bad. And I'm going to use that until the cows come home. Hard Candy is getting the blue ribbon for best highlighter that I have found this year. It is the Hard Candy Candlelit Universally Flattering Illuminating Powder Duo. And I mostly use this shade right here, which is the more yellow of the two. This one is slightly pink, but this is amazing stuff, let me tell you. It is a beautiful highlight that is almost matte. Like, it's not super matte, but there is no shimmer and no glitter. It's just like, literally what it's called is candle lit, and it just has like this beautiful sheen. It looks so natural on the skin. I find the best way to apply this is with your fingers. I find with a brush you don't get very much color payoff at all, but it is such a beautiful, nice highlighter, especially good for people who really aren't into the super glowy, super sparkly, shimmery look, and they just want to have a little bit of highlighter. This is so great and so like kind of natural looking. I feel like this was Hard Candy's attempt at coming close to the Hourglass powders, the ambient lighting powders, and I think they actually did a really great job. I think these are so pretty and so affordable, so definitely top 15 material. This next thing I'm going to show you, I'm not really including it in my 15 because it's not makeup, but they are makeup brushes. So as like an extra bonus 16, these brushes, I have a bunch of them, and they're from the brand Still Spa Essentials, and I got it at Walmart. And these brushes are like $2, $3, $4 depending on which ones you get, and they're such good quality. I use these brushes all the time. They are super fabulous for eye makeup. Again, super cheap, such a great find from Walmart. Now this next item is the Too Faced Chocolate Bar Palette. This is hands down the best palette I have ever owned. I love the shades in this. You've got like beautiful browns, you've got some matte shades, you've got some beautiful olives, maroons, some lovely shimmer shades. You've got like some beautiful like bluish purple there. I just think this palette has a little bit of everything. The colors are so easy to blend. They smell like white chocolate, just amazingness. I know I featured this in my December favorites, but even still, it's such a good palette and definitely my favorite of the year, hands down. Okay, number 8 on the list goes to L'Oreal Lineur Intense. This is a brush tip liquid eyeliner. I just bought a new one today because I ran out, so I thought I might as well keep it in the package. But this stuff is so black, lasts pretty long time, and I love liners that have the brush. Sometimes the felt tips dry out and then they're no good after a while, but this stuff lasts a long time, and I just love how easy it is to apply. Definitely my most used eyeliner of 2015. Number 9 and 10 on the list are going to eyebrow products, and they are the two products that I use almost every day when I'm doing my brows. I do have a brow tutorial that I filmed earlier, so I will be putting that up very soon, so stay tuned for that. And one is from the drugstore, and it is the Annabelle Skinny Brow Pencil in Universal Taupe. This stuff is such a beautiful ashy color. I found a lot of times from the drugstores the pencils aren't really ashy or cool toned enough, but this one totally is. I think it was $8 or $9, and it is perfect for blondes or light brunettes. It has a tiny little twist top, much like the Anastasia Beverly Hills, and it does last almost all day, if not all day. Anastasia Beverly Hills DipBrow Pomade in dark brown. You have my heart in 2015, in 2014, 2016, 2017, and forever. I don't need to go on and on about this, but this is hands down my favorite brow product. Again, you can see this in action in my upcoming eyebrow routine video. This eyeshadow is from the drugstore. It is Maybelline's Color Tattoo, and this is in What color is this in? I don't know. It's a good freaking color. Oh, Bad to the Bronze. I use this on days where I'm not wearing a lot of makeup and I just want a little bit of something something on my eyes. There it is on my finger, just there. It's so pretty and it lasts a long time. There's a reason why they call it color tattoo. It is just beautiful bronzy champagne color, and it is my favorite smudge pot kind of deal that I own. Plus I got it on sale for $3.59. Look at that. So definitely affordable. Favorite mascaras, I have gone through a few favorites over this year, but I always revert back to L'Oreal Voluminous Original. This stuff is just classic staple. It is just very simple brush, very simple formula, I'm sure, but it works every time. It makes my lashes not only a lot longer, but also a lot fuller, and I find this stuff does not flake. I find CoverGirl, people are gonna hate me for saying this, I find that the CoverGirl mascaras flake, at least on my eyelashes, and I know a lot of people are super fans, so I'm sorry. But this L'Oreal Voluminous Original is hands down my favorite, and I will always go back to it. These next two products are both from NYX, and they are both lip products, and they are very similar in color, so sorry for the lack of variety, but I love them so much for different reasons. This one here is the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream, and this is in the shade London, which is like a really, really pretty nude brown shade. There it is there. It smells like cake, and I love this formula. It's moisturizing and hydrating, yet matte, and I find that very hard to come by. I think this was $6 at the drugstore, so definitely a good price, and I love the formula and the 90s, you know, brown color that's so in right now. In the same family of color, this is NYX's, it's called Butter, also like a very brown nude shade. I think this color is right there, almost a dupe for Kat Von D's Bow Inero liquid lipstick. Obviously not the same formula, but the color is very similar. It's a very cool toned, like almost straight up beigey brown, and I just think it's so beautiful. Again, suits the whole 90s fad. Last but not least on my top 15 of 2015 is this Gosh Long Lasting Lip Marker. Do you guys remember these? Because they were super big like 3 years ago. But I've recently fallen back in love with it. I'm wearing it on my lips right now. This stuff does not budge. It doesn't go anywhere. I actually haven't even touched this up, and I've been wearing it for maybe 4 hours now. And same pretty much color as the other two lipsticks, but hey, what can I say? It is a beautiful, this one's a little more pinky, but a dark, dark pink brown, and it is in the color, what do they call it? Chocolate. Did anyone else notice that I didn't cut the plastic thing off the tag of this shirt? We'll just pretend that didn't happen. Anyway, that is all for my 15 favorites of 2015. I'm so excited for 2016. I really feel in my heart that it's going to be a better year. I don't know about you guys. I hope you had a great 2015. Me personally, I definitely went through some rough spots in 2015, so fingers crossed for an amazing and happy and positive 2016. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe and give this video a thumbs up if you like the products that I mentioned. Please feel free to comment down below what your favorite product of 2015 was, or products if you can't choose, because who could choose really. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.